Hello, and welcome back to Leap Taken. This is Mika, and here at Leap Taken I talk about all things witchy, craft-related, law of attraction, manifesting, esoteric, and everything else in between. And today I'm using, you can't see the whole thing, but this is my little witch kit that I created. And I took some things out, so that's what this is about. So this is my little makeshift altar space. I have my crystal ball here. That's more for show. But yeah, I wanted to show you how I make my anointing oils. So a while back, I know I did a video and I was talking about anointing oils, and I had gotten a comment like, well, what do you mean anoint to anoint something, or anointing oil? So for lack of better words, some people call it blessing oil, but you ever see people rub oils on candles? They're anointing the candle. So this is like an all-purpose general anointing oil. So that's what I'm going to make. I picked this up at Hobby Lobby. It's in the shape of a heart, and that's because for me, my magic and how I practice, and I purchased this, by the way, before I even go further, and I didn't know the purpose. I just knew I needed to purchase it. And it has a cute little cork top here. But my magic comes from the heart. It's mostly, I mean, honestly, even if I did something as far as like a hex or curse, it is because I probably love someone. It's for someone I love and I care about. So my magic is steeped in love of home, love of homemaking, family, all that sort of stuff. So this just makes sense. So when you're doing spell work and things like that, if you can give a little bit more extra attention to the vessel that you're using, that's just an added bonus. That's great as well. So this is going to be holding my oil. So most essential oils need a carrier oil. So I'm going to be using grapeseed oil. I have just a little bit left in this container, but it's just enough for my purposes. I'm not trying to fill this whole container up right now. But you can use jojoba, you can use sunflower oil, whatever you want, but I'm going to use grapeseed oil. So, before I get into it, let me go ahead and tell you the other ones. So this is lemon oil. Oh, this sun is crazy. Hold on, let me see if I can get you a better angle. But it says lemon, you just believe me. Lemon oil, essential oil. This is sandalwood, essential oil. This is sweet orange, essential oil. And then finally, lemongrass. Okay? So these are my oils that I chose to use. So I also have here tea light candle I'm going to be lighting momentarily. I have some Palo Santo and turquoise crystals. If you watched my video where I did Witchy Friday, and I had purchased this kit, really I purchased it for all the crystals, and one of them was, it came with these. So I've charged these on the last full moon. And this is this turquoise amethyst, and this is clear quartz. So it's more like a pointer. So that's okay. I like this one. I chose this for a reason. But anywho, and again, my crystal ball just chilling in a cut over here for ambiance. All right, so before I do anything, let me go ahead and just light this Palo Santo. And let me tell you why. One, I'm showing you this, but this is not just totally for demonstration purposes. Like, I'm going to be using this oil. This is the oil that I'll be using. So I'm showing you exactly, what I do. This is what it looks like when I'm practicing and when I'm doing things. So I like to clear and cleanse my space that I'm working in. I'm working with spiritual energy, or just, I should say, energy in general. So yeah, I'm going to want to clear the space. And I'm going to use this Palo Santo stick if it's the last thing I do. Okay, come on. Sometimes I got to coax it to light up and smoke. See? Just a little coaxing. And now that we got that, you let it burn a little bit and you shake a little bit so it becomes smoke. There we go. So, oh, I love this smell. All right, so this is a perfect time for me to do this because I'm very much into my feminine energy, and I like to do clockwise circles and just blessing the area. That's what I'm doing right now. So I am currently very much in feminine energy. It is my cycle, and I only bring that up because I think that's a great time for doing these type of witchy maintenance, making your essential oils, making, you know, whatever crafts or charms or anything like that you want to make. This is a good time to do it when you are in that, if you are, of course, menstruating. But that's a perfect time for you to do this type of stuff, because you are in that energy. And anointing oil is purification, and it's healing oil. That's basically what it is. It's spirituality, and, you know, darkness and creativity and all that is innately feminine, at least the way I see it. It's all very feminine. So that's what that's about. So again, I just want to take this opportunity to bless this area, to cleanse this area, to welcome in all positive energy, and to exclude that is not for me, and that which I do not wish for me. So mote it be, so it is done. Okay. So we're done with this. It's still a little smoky, but it's going to die out. So I got this on my incense holder over here on the side. So we're cleansed. We're cleansed. Alrighty. So why did I use these oils? What do they all mean? So let me just explain a little bit about what's going on here. So the sandalwood oil that I'm using, excuse me, is basically, sandalwood is ancient, and I'm sure you probably heard of using sandalwood. It's very ancient. I think it crosses the use of sandalwood, probably different religions and things like that you'll find. But it's great for use in spirituality for that reason, and meditation. It's an attraction oil, and I'm anointing for the purpose of attracting. I'm going to go ahead and just pour this in here, because as I explain, I'm going to go ahead and just drop it in. So I had a little bit of this grapeseed oil left, just enough. Remember, this is my carrier oil, the grapeseed, by the way. Excuse me. So I'm going to do 5 drops of sandalwood. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry. It was supposed to be 5, but you know how it goes. All right, so it's great for that purpose. Spirituality, which is basically what we're working in, spirituality, by even creating this oil. So yes, sandalwood is great for that purpose. The next oil that I'm going to go ahead and use is lemongrass. Lemongrass strengthens psychic awareness. It's useful for a purification mixture such as mine. So I'm going to do 3 drops of this. 1, 2, 3. Actually, I did 4. So I'm saying 3, but 4 came out. It's got a mind of its own. It's all very mystical. Anyway, all right. So the next one that I want to go ahead and use is the sweet orange oil. So orange is a highly solar scent. Solar as in sun. So I'm going to just put 1 drop, by the way, in this. There we go. That actually, well, I might as well do 2 since I'm not even even with the other ones, but ideally 1. Okay. It's useful for also for purification, and think anointing oil. It's about purifying. Okay, the next one is my lemon essential oil. So this one is a lunar oil. So great for purification and also for healing. So we're going to just do 1, and 2 came out because, you know, that's how we're living now. The other thing I wanted to say is great for the full moon. So you can in tune with the full moon energies using lemon essential oil. So, excuse me. So this is the oil. So I'm all set with that. So this is how much I yield it. If you can see, it's just up to here, just this part here. I don't know if you can tell. But you don't start with a spoon or anything. You just shake it up. And as I shake this oil, and notice I'm using my right hand, because I'm directing energy. And the energies that I'm directing is that it will purify, it will heal, it will protect if need be. So mote it be. All right, so this is my oil. And this is just a little bit. Remember, a little goes a long way when you're talking about anointing candles. I can make more and add to this, you know. Okay, so the reason or the uses for this, and as I do this, because there's a couple more steps I'm going to do, I'm going to light my candle here because I want to bring in the element of fire. And before I go too further into this, let me talk about the crystal situation and why I brought this out. So amethyst is a protective stone. I think a lot of us probably know that. It's a protective stone. It's helped for purifying the mind and to clear negative thoughts. And we definitely want this, I say we, yeah, me and all the spirits around me. We want this energy because, yes, I want purification and I want protective energy around for making this. So I don't want to put anything else, energy into this other than what I intend. Okay, so that's why I chose to use this. Amethyst is for protection. Actually, turquoise also is another layer of protection. That's why I wanted to bring that out. And my clear quartz here is just basically amplifying everything else. It enhances spiritual awareness. It amplifies. So that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm amplifying here. All right, so to go more into the uses of why I would be using this oil, first thing, rub onto candles, anoint your candles. So there's that. You can anoint your body with this oil. You can use a different carrier oil. You can use jojoba or something like that if you prefer. Add to your bath, add to your shower gel or soap as well. Again, just be mindful of your ratio to carrier oil, essential oil, and what type of carrier oil you're using for those different purposes. You can add it to charms. You can add it to little baggies or sachets. I can read that word, but I struggle with saying it. Use on clear quartz crystals or other types of stones. Be careful which stones you use it on to boost their energies. So those are just a few, and anything else that you desire to use your essential oil for. So I kind of gave a little sneak peek at coding, what it looks like to code energy. So when you want to encode energy into an object, in my case, first I have to raise energy, right? So clapping, you know, you can rub your hands. Now I can feel the heat from this, by the way, the candle that is. So I rub the energy and my thoughts are focused on, I'm picturing the essential oil and I'm picturing the energy of it being purified for the purposes of purifying whatever I put it on, to anoint whatever I put it on. So now my hands are all tingly. And I take a deep breath and I hold the bottle using the heat that I generated, that energy. And I pull, when I breathe in deeply, all the way from my gut, from my womb. That's where I pull. When I let out that breath, I am breathing toward this bottle. I am letting all the energy, the tingles that are still radiating through my fingers, I'm releasing it into this bottle. I'm releasing it through this glass into the oil. This oil is blessed and ready for anointing. As I will it, so it is done. And that's it. There you go. That's how you make said oil. This is it. This is how you do it. Now, at this point, how you want to go about storing your oil, if this is not something you want to keep out in the sun, depending on where you live, you probably don't want to keep it outside because it's cold or too, depending on your climate. So, as with any oils, into a dark cabinet, or, if you have something else, a container of sorts to put it in, you can put it in there like this. But basically out of sunlight, out of light, you want to pull these things out. I have, which I'll eventually get to once I have it more organized, I've basically turned a kitchen buffet into my witch's, not closet, but I guess buffet, cabinet, yeah, witch's cabinet. So I'm storing a lot of my witchy supplies in that cabinet. So I'm going to organize it a little bit better, and then I'll be happy to share that. But that'll be down the road because I've got a lot of organizational projects I'm working on. But anyway, this is the oil, and I'm very happy with this. So this is just enough for my purposes of what I need. Again, I'll be using this oil for the purposes of, in most cases, anointing candles, like this taper candle right here. So I would put some of the oil in my hand and I would rub it into the candle. Now, there's something to be said about the direction that you rub, whether you rub towards you or away from you. And it depends on the intention of what you're doing with the candle. So that's just something to keep in mind. Yeah, so that is pretty much it. As far as the process is pretty simple. What makes it what makes it magical is all the other things. Where's your mind at? What are you thinking while you're making the oil? Because you're putting that energy into that regardless, whether you realize it or not. So try not to be distracted, and just take the time and, work on it and, do this, this thing for you. To me, this is a form of self-care. This is, it's an everyday witchy thing if you need to make these every day, but I consider this a form of self-care because I use this and I like having it readily available. I have purchased other people's anointing oil in the past, but, as I grow in my cottage witchery, I'm finding I want to do more and more things myself. And that's just me. So anyway, thank you for watching. Hopefully you're inspired as well to make your own oil, and stay tuned for Witchy Friday because there's a method behind my madness and why I chose to share this week. So stay tuned for Friday's Witchy review, and I'll go a little bit more into all of this sort of stuff because of what I'm reviewing. Thanks again for watching. Please like the video if you've enjoyed it, and subscribe if you haven't. And if you've subscribed already, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Thank you for watching my channel. Alrighty, bye-bye.